Hey guys, Anna here. This practice will be for the new year. Let's set resolutions, open up ourselves for opportunities, and being fearless. Let's do this. Starting at the top of the mat into Dasana pose, toes touch, arms are by your side. Starting to engage, starting to use our Ujjayi breath. So inhalation and exhalation through your nose. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up and hold right here, interlacing the fingers together but releasing the index fingers. So your pointer fingers are reaching up. Think of one long line. On an exhale, reach up and over towards the right side. Arms are still nice and straight like arrows. Gazing up towards the left side. Inhaling back to center. Grab a little back bend. On an exhale, reach up and over towards the left side. Keep gazing up. Feel that side stretch. Inhale, come back to center, back bend. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, fold, tuck that chin in. Feel that hamstring stretch. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, fold it in, tuck that chin. Inhale, swan dive all the way up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring those hands to prayer. Set your goals for 2020 right here. Set that intention. Open up your eyes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, press the hands down underneath the shoulders. Step back into a plank. From your plank, take a down dog without moving your feet or your hands. That is your perfect down dog. That is your upside down V. Alright, lifting those heels on an inhale. Shifting that weight forward back to your plank. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Gaze up, gaze back. Exhale, tuck the toes, roll the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Alright, dropping the knees, coming to a tabletop position. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders. And right away, take it to your cat and cow. So exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, tuck the toes maybe, gaze up. Exhale again, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Right away, taking it to a dancing line. So I'd like to walk my hands a little forward here and just begin to move the hips in circular motions. You can close your eyes here. Who cares what you look like? It's about how you feel. If you feel like stopping anywhere, then do so. Make sure to take it in both directions. And when you're done with that, coming back to your tabletop position. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up, back to your downward facing dog. Bringing the toes to touch, lift the heels, bend the knees, hop, walk, tiptoe, whatever towards the top of the mat. Inhaling, coming halfway up and lengthening. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale again, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, tuck the chin, fold it in. Inhaling, swan dive all the way up, back bend. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back. So you want the fingertips facing up, heels of the hands down, and pressing towards your lower back. Keep the elbows in, and on each exhale, press the hips forward and slightly back bend. Right, take it to your own level. Keep gazing up, strengthening, stretching that lower back. Good, and simply releasing. Inhale, swan dive all the way up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, press the hands down underneath the shoulders. Step that only that right leg back. Keep that back heel lifted high. Feet are hips distance apart. Inhale, reaching the arms up. I want you to interlace the fingers, reach the palms up, and arms are nice and straight. Exhale, bring the arms forward, keeping the fingers interlaced, and then bend that back knee. Good, now straighten the back leg, the arms reach up, inhale, exhale, bend that back knee, bring the arms forward. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, exhale, bring the hands down, step back, bend the elbows, chaturanga, inhale, up dog, exhale, tuck, roll, hips up, down dog. Dropping the knees down to the mat, coming back to your tabletop position. Inhale, coming to cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale, drop the belly, maybe tuck the toes, gaze up. Exhale, cat. Coming back to a neutral tabletop. Reaching that left leg back, flex the ankle and reach that right arm forward. Take a deep inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Crunch it in, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach and hold. Bend that back knee, reach that right arm back. Just try. Grabbing a little back bend here so that hand grabs the outside of that ankle. Gaze up. To the best of your ability, if you lose your balance, it's all good. One side tends to be more balanced than the other. Just the way you came in, you came out. Reach the arm, the leg, and bring the leg and the hand down. Right away, I like to round my spine, counteracting what we just did with that back bend, and simply taking it to the other side. Reach that right leg back, flex. On an exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Here we go. Try this out. If not, no worries. Bend that back knee. Reach that arm back. And grab the outside of your ankle. Right away, straighten that leg. Reach that arm forward. Come back to your neutral tabletop position. Come to your fingertips. Lift the heels of your hands and round your spine. Again, counteracting the back bend that we just did. Alright, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, coming to a plank. Coming back to your downward dog. Inhale, come to your plank. Exhale, come to your downward dog. Inhale, come to plank, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Again, jump step, walk towards the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, fold it in, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up with confidence, open up your chest. And exhale, bring those hands to prayer. Regrouping right here, catching your breath if you lost it. Remember your intention and why you stepped into your mat today. Remember those goals. Alright, releasing the arms, bring them behind the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the palms together. Gaze up. With each little exhale, begin to push the hips forward, back bending. Just let your breath guide you. Coming back to neutral. On an exhale, simply fold over. Bring the arms away from the back, opening up your chest, opening up your shoulders, and continue to squeeze the palms. Remember, you can bend the knees here as much as you need to. It's actually preferred. We want to focus here on our chest, on opening up our chest, opening up our arms. With each exhale, bring the arms coming away from your back and getting deeper into the upper body. Bringing the arms back towards your back, release the arms towards the floor underneath the shoulders. Left leg goes back. Inhale, reach your arms up, interlace the fingers, coming to your crescent lunge. Exhale, bend that back knee, bring the arms forward. Inhale, straighten that back leg, reach arms up. Exhale, bend that back knee, arms forward. Inhale, reach, straighten. Exhale, bend, tuck the chin. One more time, inhale, and on an exhale, bring the hands down underneath the shoulders. Step back, Chaturanga. Maybe doubling here. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe. Step that left foot forward, reach that right leg back, flex the ankle. Bend that knee in towards the chest and begin to shift that weight forward. Slowly step that right foot next to that right thumb. Drop that back knee and untuck the back toes. Sinking into the hips. Keep that right knee right by your right shoulder and just breathe. If you feel comfortable here, reach the arms up, gaze up. Sink the hips forward with each exhale. Your breath is here to help you. Exhale, bring the hands inside of that right foot and then begin to walk the right foot over towards the right side. Try not to open up that right knee. Again, think of drawing it in towards that right shoulder. You can either stay on your hands or you can come to the forearms here. You can also put a blanket underneath the left knee if you feel it's uncomfortable, or bend the mat in half for extra cushion. Walking the hands underneath the shoulders and then bend that back knee. So there's a couple options here. You can simply bend that back knee and keep the hands down, or bring that right arm back and grab onto that foot. More advanced version is bring that left forearm down parallel to the top of the mat and reach that right arm back. Gaze up. This is a deep quad stretch. Even myself, it can be tough, so breathe. Deep inhale and exhale through the nose. Slowly releasing that, hands underneath the shoulders, release that leg, that foot, and then frame that front foot, tuck the back toes, step that right leg back, plank. Chaturanga, bend the elbows, inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Jump step, walk towards the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up and lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Exhale, we're going to bring the arms, the hands behind our back again. This time I want the fingertips down and the heels of your hands facing up. So again, with each exhale, begin to push the hips forward. Keep the elbows in and begin to back bend. Use your breath though. Each exhale should be helping you get deeper into your back bend. What also helps for stability, so lift back up. You can separate the feet hips apart or even a little wider, and then begin to try that again. The body goes where the gaze goes, so the more back you gaze, the deeper the back bend will be. Alright, we're going to release that. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Alright, with your peace sign fingers, I want you to interlace them and grab the big toes. Inhaling, coming halfway up and lengthening, and exhale, fold it in. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen again. You're not going to get very far, and that's okay. Exhale, fold it in. And the elbows in. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Releasing that grip. Press the hands underneath the shoulders. Step, jump, walk towards the back of the mat. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Want you to step that right foot forward just slightly. Inhale, reach that left leg back, flex the ankle, and then bring that knee in towards the chest. At the same time, shift the weight forward and step that left foot right next to that left thumb. Right away, drop that back knee down towards the mat, untuck the toes. Pushing your hips forward. Remember to draw that left knee in towards that left shoulder. Pressing the top of that right foot down towards the mat. Just breathing right here. Inhale, lift the chest, reach your arms up. Modified crescent lunge, gaze up, back bend if it feels good. Exhale, bring both hands inside of that left foot. Walk the left foot over towards the left side just a little bit. And begin to sink the hips forward. You can either stay on your hands here, or you can always come to the forearms. Remember, if that right knee is bothering you for whatever reason, back off. You can also tuck the back toes, put a blanket underneath the right knee, fold the mat in half for extra cushion. There's a lot of different options. You're not supposed to feel pain, but you are supposed to be a little uncomfortable. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Bend that back knee. Remember, you can either stay here for the quad stretch, or you can reach that left arm back to grab that foot. More advanced, bring that right forearm down parallel to the top of the mat. Grab the outside border of your left foot and gaze up. Think of drawing that right heel in towards the right glute. The more you draw it in, the more you're going to feel that quad stretch. The more you release, the less you're going to feel it. Again, remember to keep breathing. That is the most important thing. Slowly release that foot. Bring that left hand down. Tuck the back toes. Frame that front foot. Really pressing the hands down. Step back. Remember, you can drop the knees to modify, keep the knees lifted. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away, coming back to our knees. I want you to keep the knees together, but bring the feet out as wide as the mat. Begin to walk the hands in towards the knees. So again, this is pretty advanced, so you can use a blanket, a block underneath your booty, or you can do one leg at a time, like so. I brought my right leg forward, and you can do a couple breaths on each leg. Or more advanced, bending both knees. The ankles, the feet should be right by your hips, right by your glutes, and then you walk the hands behind you just slightly. That's option 1. Option 2, come down to the elbows, gaze back. Just releasing the neck if it feels good, if you don't have any neck problems. And more advanced third option. Remember, these are options. You don't have to do all of this. You come all the way down to your back, reaching the arms up and over and grabbing opposite elbows. Just breathe. Deep, deep, deep quad stretch again. All these poses are going to set us up for success for Camel Pose. Alright, slowly releasing that. Just the way you get in is the way you get out, slow and easy. Walking the hands in, slowly lift the hips up. Bring the feet underneath you and then walk the hands forward and underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, hips up, downward dog. Lifting the heels up, jump step, walk towards the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, swan dive all the way up, reach up, gaze up. Back bend here. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Step that left leg back, drop that back heel in, coming to warrior one. Bend that front knee, reach the arms up. Pressing the outside borders of the feet down. Exhale, hands down, lift that back heel, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Right away, getting to the other side, step that left foot forward, drop that right heel down. Reaching the arms up, inhale. Bend that front knee like you mean it. Exhale, hands down, frame that front foot, lift that back heel, step back. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll the toes, hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your plank position. And we're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths. Getting our core nice and strong. And on an exhale, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Dropping the knees down, walking the knees a little forward towards the middle of the mat. So here we go, we're going to do this. Simply sit down on your heels and bring the hands on top of your knees. Inhale, open up your chest, gaze up. Exhale, keep the hands on the knees and round the spine. So think of cat-cow, but just simply like sitting down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Gaze towards the belly button. Okay, coming back to neutral. Simply lift the hips up. You're going to separate the knees hips distance apart. And I'm going to show a lot of different ways into getting into Camel Pose. Deep, deep back bend. So option 1, you can tuck the toes. Right, so feet are flexed and walk the hands back. Or not walk the hands back, but simply rest them on your ankles. The thumbs are in. And then think of pressing the hips forward. Slowly with ease, lift up. We want to be really careful here. Remember, no pain. No sharp pains, just light discomfort. Alright, option 2, you can press the tops of the feet down. And again, wrap your ankles. So my thumbs are inside. Remember to gaze back. And here I like to support my back and slowly lift. Right, just breathe, take your time, there is no rush. Another option, like we've been doing but standing. Heels of the hands down, fingertips up, and you can back bend back. Alright, let's give our back a little rest here. So sitting back down on our heels, I want you to round the spine. We're counteracting all that back bending. So again, exhale, tuck the chin, round. Alright, come back to neutral. So you can either pick the first couple options that I gave you, or if you've been practicing for a long time, I want you to try the more advanced version. Bringing the hands to prayer and then reach your arms back and slowly come all the way down to the floor. So my head here is touching, my hands are touching my feet. I'm trying to bring my elbows in instead of drawing out. And I am breathing really deep right here. To get out is a little bit tricky. I like to press my hands down and it gives me a little momentum to come back up. Alright, well that was fun. Coming to your child's pose, draw the hips down, drop the chest down, reach those arms forward, let that go. You can keep the arms forward or bring the arms by your side, palms are up, press that forehead down. Remember, you can always pause this and keep trying. Just remember to counteract and breathe. Slowly begin to lift up, lifting the torso, cross the ankle, cross the legs, and slowly sit down or sweep the legs back. Alright, come towards the middle of the mat, coming into boat pose. Bend the knees, flex the ankles or point the toes, reach your arms forward. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, coming back to boat. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, boat. Feel that shake, embrace that shake. Exhale, canoe, and hold. 5 deep breaths right here. You can do it. And on an exhale, slowly release. Let everything go. Bending the knees, draw it in towards the chest, give yourself a hug. Massaging your lower spine, your lower back, going in circles with your legs, or simply going side to side. Whatever feels best right here, right now for your lower back. We did a lot of back bending. Coming to happy baby, arms inside of the legs, hands grab onto the heels, rock it side to side. Bring the feet into touch, think a butterfly but on your back. Drawing the heels in towards you, and then bend the knees together. Or bring the knees together. Drop them over towards the right side, reach that left arm towards the left like a T. Coming into a twist. Coming back, bringing back your natural breathing. Gazing back up towards the ceiling. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Exhale, drop it over towards the left side. And reach that right arm out towards the right side. Palm is up here. spinal twist should feel amazing after all that work. Knees come back in towards the chest, towards the center. Again, just rock side to side and bring the forehead to the knees. Give yourself a well-deserved hug, because you freaking did it. Release the legs. Release the arms, Shavasana. Corpse pose, let everything go right here. Just you and your breath. And that intention that you set for 2020. Begin to wiggle the toes, the fingers here. Bring the knees in towards the chest again. Giving yourself a hug and drop the knees over towards the right side. Coming to fetal pose. Create a little pillow with your arms. This pose represents new beginnings and fresh start. So that's exactly what we're aiming for. Keep your eyes closed, come to a comfortable seated position. Hands on top of the knees, palms are up, sit up tall with confidence. Thank yourself, first and foremost, for showing up and doing this. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Namaste. This is Anna. Be sure to like, comment, or subscribe. Would love to see you guys again. See you soon. Bye.